Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Hum. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Deep Ogre review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Transformers Kingdom Rattrap. I, for one, could not wait for this figure. I did a figure news about it when Tauntaun did his stop motion and his review, and I loved the way it looked at first. I thought it was like a third-party Rattrap, but no, it is the official Kingdom Rattrap. I got mine at Target along with that Cyclonus. So they're showing up in local Targets all around. So is Studio Series 86. Tomorrow I'm going to go to another Target to see if they have the Kingdom Megatron, and if they do, expect that review pretty soon. But this figure is amazing. I really love him. I love the way he looks. I've always really loved Rattrap's design, honestly, but that's more for, everything else. So let's get into his one accessory. So for Rattrap's one accessory, here we have his little machine gun rifle thing in the show. It was used as a machine gun by him. It was used by a regular pistol. It was used for I don't know. It was used for a lot of things in the show, but mainly it was like a semi-automatic, basically. But it is on a 5mm clip, so average Transformers cannot hold it because they have 3mm. So average Transformers cannot hold it, but the core class figures and the Legends class figures can. So bringing in Optimus, we can hold it just fine. And obviously Rattrap can hold his gun just fine. But for details, it is just in gray plastic with some nice lining and rivets and divots all in it. It is Siege and Earthrise Blast Effect compatible, so you have that. For Rattrap's design overall, it's obviously very Rattrappy, just with less of a cartoon accuracy on the rat parts and more of a real-life accuracy. So you have his nice head sculpt with those red eyes and his silver exposed brain. I've always thought that was pretty creepy and cool. You have his jaw, you have those tiny little two teeth coming out, and then his flat nostril face, his weird jaw thing, and then the back of his head is just rat fur, more for transformation. You have the rat head in the middle. You have his arms, that nice little bar coming up across here. One complaint I do have is that they do this a lot. They do this a lot. And you have to kind of like just, if you're going to move the arm up from up to down, you're going to need to keep that there and then move it. So that's one complaint. It's a pretty big complaint because it's this pretty small figure and you can't do much with it. Nice orange for the rest of his arms. You have that weird hair detail texture right there. His tiny little maximal symbol. I was really, really expecting those to look like crap, but they look really, really nice, really clean, really smooth. The silver also in there. And you have his rat crotch. His backpack is just average Rattrap backpack. Then you have his gray knees, orange for his hips down to his knees. Then gray right here, all the way down to his pink little rat feet. So overall, for detail, this guy is a really, really nice looking figure. His paint is on point. I really love everything. I'm surprised how crisp and good looking the maximal symbols on his little forearms turned out. Overall, the detail on this guy is really, really not bad. Here he is next to the Transformers Core Class Kingdom Optimus Prime, which I've already reviewed. Here he is next to the Black Series Deluxe Jar Jar Binks that I picked up while I was at Target looking for him. And here we have the Transformers, the Star Wars Black Series Beskar Mando. Here he is next to the last review, the Transformers Kingdom Cyclonus and the Transformers Kingdom Optimus Primal. here he is next to the Transformers Kingdom Deluxe Class Cheetor and Black Arachnia. And here he is next to the Transformers Earthrise Netflix Bumblebee and the Transformers Earthrise Pounce. Right? Pounce, yep. So now for articulation, you don't have a lot up at the head. It is just a swivel, so he can look side to side. But his chin does make it want to bounce back. Oh, I was just doing it a second ago. Of course, I won't do it while it's on camera, but you can look side to side with it. His arms are on a ball joint, so you can go up about that far because of the arm design. But if you want to get some out shots, you'll need to do this and then that with the arm. So you're just going to turn around, then point it out like that. So to get some sideways gun shots, you do have to do that, or just sideways arm action at all. But you do have a ball joint there. You have a ball joint at the elbow, can go up a little past 90. Nothing at the waist, but that's expected to be with a small figure like this. There is a ball joint at the hips, so they can swivel kind of and kick up about that far and back about that far. Pretty beautiful spread. You have a swivel down here at this section, and then a bend right here, and then you have a bend right here at this section and a swivel, but this ball joint is more for transformation. Then you have a ball joint at the foot, so you can go in, out, and down, and up. So overall, he's not that bad. He's a pretty good guy. Just one complaint is that he cannot look up. I mean, he could, no, not even a little bit. So that's definitely a downside to this figure, is he cannot look up almost whatsoever. So you have to kind of just make him look up like that. And that really sucks. And I feel like with this exposed brain piece, he could have had light piping. But it is a Legends class figure, or Core class figure, so it doesn't surprise me that they couldn't do that like they did with the Thrilling 31. Anyway, on to transformation. So for Rattrap's rat mode, or mouse mode, or whatever you want to call it, we have a rat mode. I mean, it is a very, very small figure, so I don't doubt that they really tried. Honestly, the transformation is pretty over-engineered. The legs are what gets me the most. You could tell the legs really got me. It's really complicated with all the ball joints and bullshit that you have to do with the legs. But overall, when you get to it, it's not bad. The only part that I really don't like is the side of the legs, the hind legs, because, I mean, like, that's just a robot, and then you have robot hands coming out of his ass. Flip him over, you have robot thighs, and his face is just kind of peeking out through there. So it's not the best thing in the world, but it certainly is not the worst. You have some white across right here, white for the pupils right there too. A nice beige skin tone for the feet, and the feet on this side. And you have that that beige inside of his ears. So, yeah, it's overall not a bad rat mode. It's very small. I feel like, yeah, it's very, very small. I'm not sure how I feel about the smallness. But, you know, it's not a bad rat mode. For articulation, you don't get much here. I mean, you can get some back, some forward. And then, of course, you have that ball joint at the foot. Nothing else, really. Well, I'll be back. So apparently this is common practice with Hasbro to just, you know, slam two pieces of a face together. So I wouldn't say force it, because that's what I just did, and it popped both parts of the face off. But it gave me a perfect opportunity to talk about the ratchet joint. at the mouse head. I don't know why it's there. I thought that was interesting because I haven't heard a lot of people mention it in their reviews. But it is there, so I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, I'll put this guy back together and get on to my final thoughts. One more thing. I'll leave you with this image in your head forever.